I'm Marilee Caruso. It's Friday, December 5th. Today, violence at a Manitoba high school.
There was a 15-year-old male that got stabbed and was transported to the hospital.
Where the incident took place and what we know about the two young suspects. Also today, a new proposed location for the province's supervised drug consumption site. Plus, the department store Santa.
Had found Santa Claus to be the perfect kind of avatar for encouraging people to buy.
The history behind how Kris Kringle became a shopping mall staple. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. A pair of 14-year-olds are charged tonight for allegedly stabbing another student in the parking lot of a Portage La Prairie high school. It happened just after school let out yesterday outside Portage Collegiate Institute. RCMP say the victim, who is just 15 years old, was involved in an altercation with two 14-year-olds. The victim was assaulted and stabbed before the suspects ran off on foot.
The school was put on a hold and secure just for the safety of everybody, but shortly after, not even an hour later, the two suspects that were involved in the stabbing were arrested by the Portage La Prairie RCMP.
Two 14-year-old boys are now charged with several offenses, including aggravated assault and assault with a weapon. One of the teens is also charged with failure to comply with a release order. RCMP say the victim is expected to make a full recovery. CTV's Harrison Shin went to Portage La Prairie today to speak with the school division, hear what the superintendent had to say about what unfolded yesterday. That's coming up next hour at 6 o'clock. The province appears to have chosen a new location for its supervised drug consumption site. Those living and working in the area have been invited to a consultation meeting about the new site at 366 Henry Avenue, west of Main Street. It's several blocks from the government's initial site, which was scrapped after local residents raised concerns over the site's proximity to a school and a daycare. The NDP government is promising to have the site up and running in January. The supervised consumption site will not supply drugs, but will allow people to inject drugs with staff on hand to respond to overdoses and guide people towards treatment. Two men are facing charges in connection to a stabbing at a social in Winnipeg 2 months ago. It happened outside Glenwood Community Center around 1 in the morning on October 11th. The victim, a man in his 30s, was taken to hospital in unstable condition. Police say a 29-year-old man was arrested at the beginning of November at a home on Selkirk Avenue. That warrant actually led to the arrest of 4 other people after police allegedly found a loaded sawed-off shotgun inside the home. The second suspect, a 28-year-old man, was arrested last Friday. A recent cross-Canada poll on Premier approval ratings shows our Premier is still in the top spot, while Canoe's approval rating remains the highest in the country, according to December polling data from Angus Reid Institute. While Canoe scored a 58% approval rating, he's now down 10 points since June. New Brunswick's Premier came in second place with a 56% approval rating, while Quebec's Premier landed in last place with just a quarter approving of his performance. Canoe's approval rating has been the highest among all premiers since he took office, according to the Research Foundation. For $800,000, you could own the former headquarters of Manitoba's Progressive Conservatives. The PC's longtime headquarters at 23 Kennedy Street is now up for sale. For decades, that building, which dates all the way back to 1912 and is located across from the legislative grounds, has served as the party's headquarters. However, the party says it no longer fits its needs and isn't accessible. It adds proceeds from the building, owned by an investment corporation, will go towards the party. The PCs have moved its headquarters in the meantime to a rented space on Donald Street. Japanese retail giant Uniqlo is coming to St. Vital Centre. The city recently confirmed the new tenant after it issued a permit to merge multiple units in the mall into one large space. This will be the clothing company's very first location in Winnipeg, which is expected to fill the vacancy left behind by Hudson's Bay Company. There is still no confirmation on when the Uniqlo location will be ready for shoppers. The retailer first opened its doors here in Canada in 2016. Well, it's a merry and bright holiday tradition for countless Manitoba families, be it at shopping malls or community centers. With smiles and sometimes tears, the annual Picture with Santa Claus is a holiday ritual with staying power. More than 150 years worth, to be exact, thanks in large part to the late great Canadian department stores.
These are an interesting form of commerce that starts to develop in the 1850s. Bigger and bigger general merchandise stores. And stores before that point had found Santa Claus to be the perfect kind of avatar for encouraging people to buy.
Well, the big guy in red appeared at stores in Britain and the United States in the late 1800s. The department store Santa really took flight in Canada thanks to Eaton's Santa Claus Parade. Winnipeg hosted its first in 1905 as Santa traveled from the train station en route to the downtown Eaton's department store, where he spent the holiday season greeting Manitoba kids with wish lists in hand. Decades later, so many of those department stores have shuttered, but the retail Santa tradition endures.
Lately, there's been an effort to make the scene more welcoming. There are special Santas and special kind of quiet places for neurodivergent kids. And there are department store Santas and photographers who will go out to houses of kids who are housebound over Christmas. So that's kind of a nice development.
Our CTV digital team is diving into the fascinating history of the department store Santa. From Eaton's to the mall, we are going to learn all about the tradition's evolution throughout the decades. Plus, Manitobans share their cherished, funny, and sometimes touching childhood memories of when Santa Claus came to town. That story will be coming to our website tomorrow. You can check it out at ctvnewswinnipeg.ca. All right, Colleen Brady joins us now with the first look at our Skywatch forecast, but I'll share just a quick little tidbit with you. I have a great picture of my kids visiting Santa. My oldest son, sitting like a little angel, and the younger one just screaming. And I love putting it out every Christmas. It gives me a good laugh. I don't know if the kids enjoy it so much, but
I don't know. I'm sure eventually they will.
But yeah, I don't know. I bet you 20 years I've been doing it. So
very funny.
Hopefully 20 more. All right, Colleen. It looked a little Christmassy out there today with that snow falling.
Yes, it is one of a few clipper systems that have been passing through the province. The third one in the last few days. There's more to come in the days ahead. This one was weak, but the strongest part about it is the blast of Arctic air that it will pull down from the north. It's going to be a very cold weekend all across Manitoba, including here in the south. I'll show you how far those temperatures are going to fall coming up. But for now, let's take a look through the Bath Fitter Live Eye. Bath Fitter, your bath and shower experts for more than 40 years. In Winnipeg right now, it is minus 12 degrees. It's partly cloudy. When you factor in the wind chill, it feels more like minus 24. Winds coming from the north-northwest at 18 kilometers an hour, helping out with that wind chill. The pressure is rising and the humidity is 68%. Out in traffic on this Friday night, or heading into Friday evening anyway, a live look out onto the St. James Bridge. Light traffic on the northbound side, heavier traffic as you might expect on the southbound span, but moving well.
It might be cold this weekend, but you have a chance to warm some hearts. We're here at Toy Mountain. That pile is growing. We'll share more about just the great need of toys this holiday season, still to come after the break.
Get Winnipeg's top stories, breaking news alerts, and watch live. Download the CTV News app.
EQ Bank is a digital financial services firm. It sees itself as a challenger to the bigger traditional lenders. As part of the deal, EQB will take on President's Choice 2.5 million customers and close to $6 billion in assets. Loblaw will keep a 17% stake in EQB. The deal also makes EQB the financial partner of the PC Optimum loyalty program, which has more than 17 million members. Here are the closing numbers for the day. The Canadian dollar is down to 71.64. West Texas Intermediate crude is up to 59.67. Western Canadian Select is up to 45.63. And the TSX gained 317 points to end the day at another record high of 31,477. Those are your business headlines. I'm Marella Fernandez.
Market Watch is brought to you by Manitoba Blue Cross. Group health plans for any size business.
Christmas is just weeks away, and kids will soon be unwrapping gifts to celebrate the holiday season, which is why CTV News Winnipeg and our friends from Virgin Radio and Bounce are once again collecting toy donations. CTV's Taylor Brock joins us live tonight from CF Polo Park, where donations are really looking like they're piling up. Taylor, how is Toy Mountain shaping up?
Well, actually, I was here a little earlier this afternoon, seeing people just drop off donations, whether it's these new unwrapped toys, cash donations. But every time someone dropped something off, they always had a bit of a smile, or you could feel the holiday spirit in them. Right now, we are here at Toy Mountain at CF Polo Park, actually on the second level, just overlooking Center Court. These are just some of the volunteers who have been here throughout the day collecting donations. I've been told that there's actually anywhere from 7,000 to 8,000 kids that will get help this year just from your donations. Right behind me and more. We'll keep these coming. Let's grow this mountain a little bit, or I'm fair to say a lot higher. We are here expecting this mountain to get a lot bigger tonight and tomorrow as well, with donations for folks who are maybe stopping by after work or coming to the mall with the kids to do some extra Christmas shopping. Actually, what happens here with the toys is they get put in a room where parents can come and actually pick out toys for their kids. They pick out 2 toys actually. So we mentioned anywhere from 7,000 to 8,000 kids will be helped this year. That means they need at least 14,000 toys. I would love to see it all behind me.
Yeah, and a reminder that for those that have visited us in past years, we are on the second floor this year overlooking Center Court. So if you're looking for us, we're just above where Santa Claus is. He's down below us. So drop off your toy and then go visit the big guy. All right, thanks, Taylor. Let's hopefully see that mountain grow. We'll check in with you next hour. Well, revenge is a dish best served cold, and it certainly will be on the menu tonight when the Jets face off against the Buffalo Sabres.
Yeah, obviously you'd like to get revenge. You want to get the 2 points, but I think it goes beyond that. We're looking for consistency in our game. We're looking for consistency nightly, not just because the team beat us 2 games ago.
The Sabres manhandled the Jets 5-1 Monday in Buffalo, and Winnipeg is hoping to return the favor at Canada Life Centre tonight. Coach Scott Arniel says he considered splitting up the top line of Scheifele, Connor, and Velarde to balance the offense, but says that change won't happen after all tonight.
The one thing about that line is they're usually always on the plus side of chances and goals. But do we spread the wealth? That's something, honestly, we've been talking about here the last couple of days, and we wanted to get through this stretch here. It's one thing we have done a lot of, is changing the lines. It's happened quite a bit, and there is just my own experience from that, both coaching and playing, is it's hard when you have different line mates each and every other night. Chemistry is a big part of it.
Eric Comrie will likely be in net tonight. Puck drop is a bit earlier than usual. This game slated to start at 6.
The Hockey Report, brought to you by Santa Lucia Pizza. Check out the game day special.
I definitely think that a solid soundtrack transforms the movie.
A box office hit and the Winnipeg Symphony Orchestra, the film being brought to life on stage next in Spotlight.
It's time to light things up for the holidays, and we want to see all your hard work. All those nutcrackers, lights, and trees can help you win a $500 gift card from Red River Co-op and have the chance to show off your holiday house live on Your Morning Winnipeg with a visit from Ainsley McPhail. To enter, head to our contest page at ctvnewswinnipeg.ca. Fill out the form and submit your photos. Good luck.
Spotlight, sponsored by the Casinos of Winnipeg, presenting Took, All-Star Canadian Classic Rock.
Colleen Brady is back now for Spotlight, and we begin today with some commercials you will not want to skip through.
Absolutely not. The Can Leon International Festival of Creativity returns to Winnipeg this month.
I actually think he's just here for the access to Uber One for students.
My name is Brian. My interests are food and saving money on food.
Now,
That is one of the winners from last year's festival, which features the best of the best ads from around the world. Categories typically include most entertaining, inspirational, and humorous. The festival kicks off December 19th at the WAG Haumayork and runs until mid-March. You can find tickets by heading to the WAG's website or at the front desk.
Former Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and pop star Katy Perry have made no secret of the fact they are now dating.
No, but a new photo is providing a new hint at where their relationship may stand. The pair were both spotted in Japan earlier this week, and today former Japanese PM Fumio Kishida shared a photo of a lunch he and his wife shared with the couple. In the caption, he calls Perry Trudeau's partner. Trudeau posted afterwards saying in part, quote, "Great to see you. Katie and I were so glad to have the chance to sit down with you, Yuko." People magazine says this marks the first time Perry has joined Trudeau in a political capacity.
Interesting.
There you have it.
All right. Well, you may remember her from Sabrina the Teenage Witch, or even more recently, some of her HBO comedy specials.
That's right. But now you can see Caroline Ray in person.
I had my daughter when I was 44, and I am, yes, I know. It's impressive. I am 38 now, and
Her and us both.
Yeah, no kidding. I didn't realize she is Canadian, but she is. Canadian actress and comedian Caroline Ray is scheduled to take the stage at Rumors Comedy Club this spring. She will be appearing March 20th and 21st. Tickets go on sale today on Rumors website.
Should be a good show.
Yeah.
All right, the Winnipeg Symphony Orchestra is going to learn how to train your dragon.
That's right, Marilyn. And CTV News was able to get a sneak peek of the upcoming performance. How to Train Your Dragon in Concert kicks off tomorrow with 3 shows over the weekend. The show features the DreamWorks film on the big screen, accompanied by a live-to-picture orchestral performance.
I think something about live music really gives a sense of 4D to the experience. You know, you can feel the music, you can feel the energy.
How to Train Your Dragon was a box office hit following a young Viking who breaks tradition and befriends a dragon. Limited tickets for the performance at Centennial Concert Hall are available on the WSO's website.
Such a cool way to take in a movie like that.
It really is.
All right, thanks, Colleen.
You're welcome. Kick off the weekend with Happy's Place and Stumble at 7. Catch Hell's Kitchen at 8 and Boston Blue at 9. It's all right here tonight on CTV.
The CTV Primetime lineup is brought to you by Strictly Amish, exclusively in Arbor, Manitoba.
Well, it looks like the snow has tapered right off for Winnipeg. A live look out on a McPhillip Street. Partly cloudy now, -14. I will show you how much farther the temperature is going to drop tonight and how cold it's going to be this weekend coming up.
Women's clothing provided by RW & Company. Salon services provided by S&Teak Spa Salon.
CTV Skywatch weather brought to you by South Beach Casino and Resort. Visit southbeachcasino.ca.
Colleen Brady back now with your weekend Skywatch forecast. How is the weekend shaping up, Colleen?
Well, it's going to be cold. The upshot is that it will be sunny. The atmospheric setup over the last few days has sent 3 Alberta clippers through Manitoba over the last few days, and there will be more in the days to come. As I mentioned earlier, today's was relatively weak, but the cold Arctic air coming in behind this system will be anything but. We'll see temperatures drop into the -20s just here in southern Manitoba. Already clearing out now in Brandon. The temperature's falling there. Winnipeg, we're starting to see some clearing here as well. The snow is ended for the most part here on the Manitoba side of the provincial border, but the snow continues to fall very lightly in Kenora. It's blowing around there too, and you can see a little bit of that snow picking up closer to Dryden where it's still falling. Up in the north, there's also some light snow reporting around Thompson. So as we get into the night ahead, that snow east and northwestern Ontario will continue to move on out. In behind, that Arctic high pressure moves on in, and it will clear the sky out across Manitoba for the most part and into northwestern Ontario. That is going to allow temperatures really to just plummet. And we have this system. You see, if you're watching this, does it affect us? No, it will slide right on by. It just conveniently misses Manitoba by this much by the looks of it. The day ahead on Saturday will be sunny across most areas, but quite cold. Highs in the south, just in the mid-teens, and We're looking at the same thing on Sunday, but along the way first, Saturday night, of course, it will be another very cold night in southern Manitoba, even colder in the north as we get into Sunday. Then we have the next approaching system that will bring more snow as we get into early next week. It looks like we'll see some snow in Winnipeg by Monday by the looks of it. We drop all the way down to minus 22 degrees first, though, tonight. Just a few clouds. The strong and gusty northwest winds will start to diminish mid-evening, so we have a few more hours yet, not even a few, a couple more hours really, of these stronger winds before they ease up, but still be a very cold night out there. Minus 16 is our high for Saturday, mostly sunny. Winds still from the northwest, but just much lighter at 15 kilometers an hour. Then we get into Sunday. The start off the long-range forecast, mostly sunny, but again, another high of minus 16. Importantly, though, the temperature holds steady at minus 16 on Sunday night, taking us up to minus 8 on Monday with that incoming system, likely to bring snow to southern Manitoba, including Winnipeg. On Tuesday, there's the possibility of some lingering snow showers, a high that day of minus 10, and then a little colder and the chance a little lower of not showers, but snow showers. I forgot the word snow there. Definitely not showers at minus 15 degrees. You know what I'm talking about. Minus 16 on Thursday. Let's take a look at our first weather photo on this Friday. This takes us out just west of Winnipeg to Headingley, and a look at that big, beautiful sundog. That photo is from Paul. And a little cute for you on this Friday. That cute little guy there with the little cherry, making him look like a little Rudolph. That photo is from Roxanne. Send us your photos to Winnipeg Weather at ctv.ca.
The CTV Skywatch Pick of the Day is brought to you by the Manitoba Chiropractors Association. We've got your back.
All right, this might sound like the start of a joke, but a seal really did wiggle into a bar in New Zealand. Baby fur seal made its way into the establishment, as you can see, in Richmond, New Zealand, and it surprised quite a few people inside.
Hello.
I think everyone thought it was a dog at first because we're a dog-friendly establishment, and I did a double take, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's a seal, what's going on?
Yeah. The seal was successfully captured by conservation rangers and released on a nearby island. The bar's owner says there is now a running joke that the establishment has got the seal of approval, Colleen.
Writes itself. So we have the seal.
I hope he got
earlier this week
at the bar for all his efforts getting in there.
My goodness. Well, maybe he was out there partying with that raccoon from earlier this week.
All right.
You never know.
Don't be like the seal and raccoon this weekend. Behave yourselves. We'll be back at 6 o'clock with more local news. Hope to see you then.